Using the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. This is my favorite makeup palette. I love it so, so much. Some of you had mentioned that you bought this palette off of my recommendation and have been wanting to see a tutorial, so I'm sorry it took so long, but here is a tutorial. Please give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more tutorials using this palette. It is just so beautiful, you guys, and I swear by it. So if you want to know how to get this look, I use this beautiful coppery shade down here, then just keep watching. I'm going to be starting off by using my Too Faced Hangover RX Replenishing Face Primer. I really like this primer because it is almost like using a second moisturizer. For foundation, I'm going to be taking the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Luminous Natural Glow Foundation. Mine is in the shade 825 Buff Beige. I really like this foundation. I seem to always get compliments on my skin actually when I have this foundation on, but the one thing I will say about it is I don't find it to be like a super dewy, luminous foundation as you might think from the name. It's actually quite a matte finish, but this is a really, really nice option from the drugstore. For concealer, I'm going to be taking my Bare Minerals Bare Skin Complete Coverage Serum Concealer. This has been my go-to recently, and I just like to put it kind of in like just an angle from my inner tear duct down towards the highest part of my cheekbone. And I find if I do it like this rather than the entire triangle business, I don't get too much concealer on there. Then I like to take whatever is left over and just put it on my eyelids, and then again using my beauty blender, I just blend that all up. You can really see just a little bit goes such a long way with this stuff, and that's why I love it. Like, I got my entire under eye and eyelid area covered with one dip in the product. To set that under eye area and also on my eyelid, I'm just going to be taking my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, and I just like to generously pat that all in there. I don't do the baking thing, you know, where you like put like a layer on and wipe it away. I don't know, it feels like it's a waste of product. So I do like to take quite a bit though, but I really just blend it all in. The rest of my foundation, I'm going to be taking the Smashbox Photo Filter Powder Foundation in the shade 1. I just find that if I put a little bit of powder on the rest of my face, bronzer, blush, and everything else just seems to go on a lot nicer afterwards. I'm now going to use my Tarteist Contour Palette, and I'm just going to be taking this shade here. This is shade number 3. And I'm just using this NARS kind of angly fluffy brush, and I'm just going to be putting that into the contours of my cheeks, but I don't do this too precisely. I just like it to be, you know, contoured but naturally. And then I also like to bring it up on my forehead as well. I then like to take a bigger fluffy brush. This is from Real Techniques, and I believe this is called the blush brush. I've had this for so long that it's worn away, but it's just like a nice big fluffy brush, and I'm gonna go in with a lighter bronzing shade, and I just kind of like to put that all over because I don't want my contour to be harsh in the slightest. I just want like a natural, healthy looking glow. I know you guys feel me. I know you get me. Feeling good. All right, I'm going to use my ColourPop Super Shock Cheek blush. This is in Prenup. It is just a beautiful kind of mid-tone mauvey color. And then using a Real Techniques sculpting brush. This is just a super dense brush, and I just like to pat it in like that and just put this on my cheeks. I just find this helps my blush last all day long, and I just love kind of the natural flush it gives. And I'm now just taking my damp beauty blender with no extra product on it and just going over top of that blush to make sure it's nice and blendy, you know? I'm gonna go over top of that ColourPop blush with Prim from the Tarte Let Blush palette. or no, that's not what it's called, the Tarte Let Bling It On blush palette. This Prim shade, you guys, ugh, it's so good. And to highlight, I'm going to go into my Becca by Jaclyn Hill Champagne Pop palette, and I'm going to be mixing Champagne Pop and Pearl, and I just find the combination of these two shades to be just beautiful. I am going to be using the Amazonian Clay Volumizing Brow Powder from Tarte in medium brown to quickly fill in my brows. I am just naturally going to follow the shape of my eyebrows, and I'm not going to make them look too crazy because I cannot stand, you guys, those crazy, insane painted on eyebrows. Like, when I look at your face, I shouldn't just see eyebrow. You know what I mean? I'm not being mean, I'm just saying that, you know, the whole point of filling in your eyebrows is to help define your face. You don't want to be like, boom, I used a Sharpie. You know what I mean? I know you guys know. Here is our lovely chocolate bar palette. To start off, I am going to be taking, I don't have the shades unfortunately, so I'm just going to have to point at them, but I'm going to start with this transition shade right here, and I'm going to be using this big fluffy brush from Morphe, and I am going to be putting that into my crease area. And you guys, I'm pretty sure it is because of this eyeshadow in particular, like this one right here, that I'm so obsessed with this eyeshadow palette, because I just think of this as the most perfect transition shade. It just, you know, begins any look. Just, oh, I love it. I just love it. I'm not being careful or anything. And then for a little bit more definition, I'm going to be taking this deeper chocolate brown color. It is also a matte shade, and I'm just going in on a base shadow brush from Real Techniques. This is just like a Real Techniques kind of day. But yeah, I just want a little bit just on the very tip, and I'm going to put that directly in the crease just for a little bit more definition. And then I'm going to be taking the E55 brush from Sigma, and I'm going to go in with this shade right here. You guys, I am obsessed with this color. I don't know how to describe it. It almost has like a really warm reddish undertone to it with a little bit of shimmer, but there's definitely not glitter in it, and that is what I like about it so much. And I'm just going to take that on my flat brush here, and I'm just going to pat that all over my lid area. And going back to my fluffy brush, I'm going to use some more of this transition shade to blend that all together. Do you see how cool this eyeshadow is? It has like a purpley brown kind of undertone to it. I absolutely love it. So the next thing I am going to do is taking this really kind of dense, like round brush. This is from Sonia Kashuk. It is the number 8 brush. I'm going to be going in with this, this is the deepest shade in the palette right here. It is brown, and it actually has like the tiniest like olive green tinge to it. I'm just gonna take a little bit on the very tip of my brush like that, and I'm just gonna put that on the very outer part of my eyelid and bring it into the crease a little bit just to deepen this up, because we're just getting wild, you know? Wild, guys. And I just find the contrast between these two shades right here to be so pretty. I'm gonna go back into this kind of like pointy brush we were using before and back to our favorite transition shade, and I'm going to put that underneath my lash line. And then using a flat brush, I'm going to go back into this like copperish, that's not a word, but this like coppery shade. And I'm just taking that on this flat definer brush and pressing that tightly against my lower lashes. I like the way that using this coppery color on both the top and the bottom really, I just think it kind of pulls it all together. Do you feel? I'm just going to be taking this flat brush. I don't even know where this brush is from. And I'm going to use this rose gold shade right here, which is literally like a go-to color for me. I use it all the time. And I'm just taking a little bit of it. I'm just going to place it on the very like inner third part of my eye. I'm going to go back into the copperish. Why do I keep saying that? The copper shade, this one right here. And I am going to make sure that we didn't lose any of that because I only want that rose gold shade to be on the very inner part. I'm going to take the matte highlighting shade from the palette, the creamy vanilla shade. Oh, it says it's the best highlighting shade, and I'm just on a flat brush. I'm just lightly putting that under my brow bone. I really find that this helps to bring the entire look together and keeps it looking nice and fresh and not like, you know, like that didn't make any sense, but I know you get me. And then I'm also going to take the same matte shade and just put it on my inner corner just to make sure that area is nice and bright. I'm going to take my Kat Von D Trooper eyeliner in Mad Max Brown, and I'm going to do a small wing. Like, I'm just going to press this against my eyelash line and then have the slightest wing, but just a very natural wing. The wing will not even really be noticeable once our mascara is on. It's just going to help keep that nice almond shape with our eyes. Doesn't brown eyeliner look cool? Like, I've just been obsessed with it. I curled my lashes, and now I'm going to be using the CoverGirl Supersizer mascara. I've been really liking this mascara recently. What I like most about it is that my lashes, like when I put mascara on in the morning, they look the same as they did at nighttime. You know what I'm trying to say? My lashes, they look the same from morning to night. And for myself, I work in an office and, you know, I don't touch up my makeup throughout the day. I just don't have time. So it's nice when I don't have to be worrying about like flakes and all that stuff. My camera died again, you guys, but I used the NYX High Voltage lipstick in Sweet 16 and the Maybelline matte lipstick in Daringly Nude on my lips to finish off this look. So I think that this look is really, really pretty and flattering, and I love that palette. Like, this palette is just the best. So if you guys own it, I really hope that you love it as much as I do, especially if you bought it off my recommendation. But I hope you guys are having an amazing day wherever you may be. Please subscribe if you haven't, it means so much to me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Skin Complete Coverage Concealer. Wait, I think it's just called the Real Technique. Bronze. What am I talking about? Like, nobody knows. I feel like I'm being sassy today. I'm sorry. You know, I'm sorry. I'm going to use my Tarteist. And there will for sure be more tutorials. Hey guys, today's video is going to be a comparison of these two eyeshadow palettes. I had posted on Instagram